Hello friends, welcome to NEET World. This is Abhilash sir, your mathematics faculty for MSET, KSET and JEE. So in the last class, we completed our concepts pertaining to limits and we had also solved certain JEE mains questions. So in this session, what we will do is, we will be solving JEE mains questions pertaining to 2024, both January and April session and 2025 January session. So here we will be covering only limits, okay, PYQs of limits. Next, when we do continuity, we will be solving the PYQs of, that is continuity also. All the PYQs and also PYQs pertaining to January 2024 and April 2024 and January 2025 and April 2025. Okay friends, so let us get started. So we will be solving PYQs of JEE Main 2024 and 2025 pertaining to limits only. Okay, continuity, when we do the concepts of continuity, then we will do the PYQs of continuity. Right friends, so let us get started friends. So they are telling what, if A is equal to limit of this thing, okay, and B is equal to limit of this thing, then the value of AB cube, they are asking the value of AB cube. Okay, they are asking the value of what friends, they are asking the value of AB cube. This was asked in 2024 first session, got it, first session, that is January session. So maybe that is first shift. Okay, so A is equal to this one and B is equal to this one, they are asking AB cube. So first what we should do, we have to compute what is the value of A and then we have to compute what is the value of B, right? So let us start friends. So to compute A, what I can do is, they have given, let me write it down. So what is that they are given? Let me change the theme also, just a minute friends. Just a minute. They are telling A is equal to what? They are telling A is equal to limit as x tends to, what is it? What is the question that they have given? Limit as x tends to 0, 1 plus square root of 1 plus 1, this thing. Limit 1 plus square root of 1 plus x to the power of 4, okay, minus, they are telling square root of 2 divided by x to the power of 4. Now just checking it, what they have given. Limit as x tends to 0, square root of 1 plus square root of 1 plus x to the power of 4 minus square root of 2 divided by x to the power of 4. This is what they were given. Okay, they are telling x tends to 0. Now looking at this, what you will think is, I told you square root, if there is square root, we will do what? Rationalization, correct? Now if there is square root, we will do rationalization. But also in the previous class, I told you wherever possible we can avoid rationalization also, because it is little time consuming. So what we would do, we were doing what? We were using binomial approximation. What we did, binomial approximation means what? Let me write it as BA. Binomial approximation, we would do it as 1 plus x to the power of n is what? Very close to 1 plus nx, as x is close to 0, as x tends to 0. This is what we learned, correct now? So as per this I can write it as what? This I can write it as 1 plus x to the power of 4 to the power of 1 by 2 is there. Okay, so this can be written as what? This can be written as what? This entire thing can be written as 1 plus 1 by 2 into x to the power of 4. Okay, this entire, this under the square root, what is there? Square root of 1 plus x to the power of 4. Okay, this can be written as what friends? This can be written as 1 plus 1 by 2 x to the power of 4. Okay, 1 by 2 x to the power of 4 whole to the power of 1 by 2, because the square root I am removing. Okay, this will become to the power of 1 by 2. So this will become what? 2 plus 1 by 2 x to the power of 4 to the power of 1 by 2. Here again I can apply binomial theorem. Here again I can apply binomial approximation, not binomial theorem, that is binomial approximation. But here, see here friends, here it is coefficient of x is 1, but here coefficient of x is 1 by 2. So I should make it 1. Okay, so what I can do, I can take 2 common. If I take 2 common, this will become what? This will become 2 to the power of 1 by 2. Okay, 2 to the power of 1 by 2 into 1 plus 1 by 4 into x to the power of 4. 1 plus 1 by 4 into x to the power of 4. Correct now? If I take 2 common, 2 to the power of 1 by 2 into 1 plus 1 by 4 into x to the power of 4 to the power of 1 by 2. Correct now? To the power of 1 by 2. it need not be coefficient of x need not be like this, but what I can do, I can take 2 common, because it is not about coefficient of x, it is about 1 plus x to the power of n. It is about 1 plus x to the power of m. It's, you need not focus on coefficient of x, it is actually, the formula is what, 1 plus x to the power of n. Here we have 2 plus some coefficient of x to the power of n, correct? No, so this should become what, this should become 1. So to make it 1, what I should do, I should remove 2. It's not about this coefficient of x, it is, we have to make this as 1. Instead of 2 we need 1, so we got 1 here. So if I take 2 outside, this will become 1 by 4, correct? Now I have to divide by 2, so this will become 1 by 2 into 2, it will become 1 by 4 to the power of 1 to the power of 1 by 2. So this will become what, friends? So this will become, I can write this as equal to this, again if I apply binomial approximation, this will become 1 by 8, correct? No, so this will become 2 to the power of 1 by 2, I can write it as square root of 2 into 1 plus 1 by 8 into x to the power of 4, this again, this square root of 2 I will take it, okay, this entire thing I am taking, entire numerator, this divided by x to the power of 4, okay. So this will become what, friends? If I multiply square root of 2, okay, this will become square root of 2 plus square root of 2 by 8 x to the power of 4 minus square root of 2 divided by x to the power of 4. This plus square root of 2 and minus square root of 2, I can do what? I can cancel. So this will become, I can cancel, so I will be left with what? Square root of 2 by 8 x to the power of 4 divided by x to the power of 4, that is what? A is equal to, this A is what? This A is equal to what? Limit as x tends to 0. Okay, even without applying limit, I am getting the value, that is x to the power of 4, x to the power of 4 I can cancel, I will be left with what? I will be left with square root of 2 by 8. Okay, so 8 can be written as 4 into 2, so that 2 can be written as, let me write it, square root of 2, that 4 into 2 can be written as square root of 2 into 2. So this will become what? Rationalizing the numerator, so this will become root 2 cancels, so I will be left by 1 by 4 root 2. So what we got, friends? We got A is equal to what? A is equal to 1 by 4 root 2. We got A is equal to 1 by 4 root 2, right? Now let us see what is the value of B. We got the value of A, this much I have explained for your understanding, but actually directly we can solve this. Directly I can write this and directly I can solve this. I wanted to explain binomial approximation again. Those who are watching it for the first time, my class, I wanted you to know what do you mean by binomial approximation. It will apply only when it is 1 plus x to the power of n, not 2 plus or a plus, where a is some value. Okay, a should always be equal to 1. Okay, next thing, they are asking what is the value of b. B is given as what? Limit sin square x by square root of 2 root of 1 plus cos x. Okay, so they were given, let me take it. Okay, they were given b is equal to what? B is equal to limit sin square x by as x tends to 0, limit sin square x tends to 0, square root of 2 minus root of 1 plus cos x. Correct? No, this is what they were given. Okay, when it comes to this one. Okay, now let me check once. What is the value of b? They were given b is equal to limit as x tends to 0 sin square x by square root of 2 by square root of 1 plus cos x. So this will become what, friends? Square root of 1 plus cos x. Here we can use the rationalization method because square root is there. So if I rationalize, what I get? Sin square x into what I get, friends? It will become square root of 2 plus square root of 1 plus cos x, square root of 1 plus cos x divided by, this is what? Square root of 2 minus 1 root of 1 plus cos x into square root of 2 plus square root of 1 plus cos x, that is what? A plus b into a minus b, that is what? A square minus b square. So I will get here a square minus b square will be 2 minus 1 plus cos x, 2 minus 1 plus cos x as limit x tends to 0, limit x tends to 0, b will be equal to this. So this, see here, friends, wherever x is there, here I can put 0. Okay, I can put 0. So this will become what? Square root of 2. This will become what? This will also become cos 0 will be equal to what? 1. So this will become what? Square root of 2, and here it will be what? Square root of 2. So this and this if I add, what I'll get? This and this if I add, I'll get what? I'll get what? 2 times square root of 2. I'll get what? 2 times square root of 2. This 2 times square root of 2 is nothing but constant. I can take it outside. Where I am getting already direct value, I need not take that load to carry it till the end. Correct? Now here only I'll put the value. So this will be what? I'll get it as 2 times square root of 2. Okay, I'll get this as what, friends? I'll get this as 2 times square root of 2 into limit as x tends to 0, what I am left with? Sin square x by 2 minus 1 plus cos x, 2 minus 1 plus cos x. So 2 minus 1 plus cos x, 2 minus 1 is what? 2 minus 1 is 1, okay, that is 1 minus cos x. So here I will get what, friends? 2 minus 1 plus cos x, 2 minus 1 is 1, okay, minus into plus is minus, so I will get it as 1 minus cos x. So here I will get it as what? I will get it as 1 minus cos x, okay. The sin square x I can write it as, what? The sin square x I can write it as 1 minus cos square x. 1 minus cos square x can be written as what, friends? 1 minus cos x into, because sin square x can be written as, you can have a note of it, 1 minus cos square x, okay, sin square x can be written as 1 minus cos square x, okay, into 1 plus cos x, got it. So 1 minus cos x, 1 minus cos x cancels, so I am left with what? I am left with 1 plus cos x. If I apply 0, I will get it as 1 plus cos 0, 1 plus cos 0 is what? Cos 0 is 1, so 1 plus 1 I will get it as, here it is 1, so 1 plus 1 I will get it as 2, so I will get it as 2 root 2 into 2. So b value will be equal to what? 2 root 2 into 2, that is b value will be equal to what? 4 root 2. B value will be equal to what? 4 root 2. What is the value that they are asking? They are asking AB cube. They are asking AB cube. A is what? 1 by 4 root 2. Okay, and B is what? B is what? 4 root 2. So b cube I can write it as 4 root 2 into 4 root 2 whole square. Okay, I have written it as b cube, I have written it as b into b square. So 1 by 4 root 2, this 4 root 2 will cancel, correct na? So I will be left with 4 root 2 whole square. 4 root 2 whole square is nothing but what? 4 square, that is 16. Square root of 2 is, square root of 2 whole square is, it is nothing but 2. 16 into 2, you will get it as 16 into 2, you will get it as 32. Okay, this is the value of b. This, when you put ab cube, you will get it as 32. That is answer is, option A. That is answer is option A. So this is the answer, friends. That is option A. 32 is the answer. So this was question JEE Main 2024. Okay. So first, while finding the value of A, you can use binomial approximation and get it very easily. And for B, you can use rationalization method and you will get the answer. Got it, friends? So let's move to the next question. I hope it is clear. Let's move to the next question. Look at this. Okay. They have given e power 2 mod sin x minus 2 mod sin x minus 1 by x square as x tends to 0 is equal to what they have given. Okay, here if I put the value of x is equal to 0, I am getting e power 2 into sin 0 is 0, that is e power 0 is 1, 1 minus 2 is minus 1, okay, 1 minus 2 is 1 minus 2 sin 0 is 1 minus 2 is minus 1, minus 1, this is e power 2 sin 0 is, this is e power 0 is 1, 1 minus 2 is minus 1, minus 1 minus 1, this is you are getting 0 by 0 form. Okay, here you are getting 0 by 0 form. Okay, so instead of directly using LH rule, let me see. So instead of writing x square, I can write this as what, friends? I can write this as some modification I can do. I can manipulate this and I can write this as sin square x into sin square x. I can divide and multiply by sin square x. Correct na? I can divide and multiply by sin square x. Correct na? I can divide and multiply by sin square x. So what will happen? X square by sin square x into sin square x. Correct na? X square by sin square x into sin square x. So this will become what, friends? Limit as x tends to 0, x by sin x is nothing but what? X by sin x, the value is equal to 1. So x square by sin square x, that the value will be equal to 1. So this is eliminated. Already we got the value as 1. So I will be left with what? Here I will be left with limit as x tends to 0. Limit as x tends to 0. What I will be left with, friends? I will be left with e power 2 mod sin x minus 2 mod sin x, 2 into mod sin x minus 1 divided by what, friends? Divided by sin square x. Divided by sin square x. Now I am having mod sin x also. Here I am having sin square x. So what I can do? Let me take mod sin x. Mod sin x is equal to t. Mod sin x is equal to t. That means what? As x tends to 0. As x tends to 0. When that means when sin 0 is what? When x tends to 0 means sin 0. That is sin 0 value is 0. As x tends to 0, that implies t also tends to 0. So this will become what? This will become limit as t tends to 0. Wherever mod sin x is there, I have to put t. E power 2t minus 2t minus 1. This Mod sin x is t means sin square x will also be equal to t square. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, it will be t square. No need to get confused here. So if I apply 0, what I'll get? I'll get again 0 by 0 form. Okay, so what I should do here? I should use LH rule. If I apply LH rule, I'll apply LH rule here. So this will become what, friend? This will become, if I apply LH rule, this will become 2 times e power 2t, 2 times e power 2t minus 2 divided by 2t minus 2t. So again I'll get what? Again I'll get 0 by 0 form. So let me apply LH rule again. Let me apply LH rule again. So this will become what? 4 times e power 2t, 4 times e power 2t, derivative of 2 is 0. Okay, 4 times e power 2t divided by 2, 4 times e power 2t divided by 2. Okay, 4 times e power 2t divided by 2. Now if I apply t is equal to 0, what I'll get, friends? I'll get it as 4 by 2 into e power 0. Okay, into e power 0, that is nothing but 4 by 2. The value is 2. The answer is 2. Very simple question. This is how you can solve this. Okay, by manipulating this little, you will get the answer as 2, and you can take mod sin x is equal to t. Okay, where is the answer? That is option C. That is option C. I hope it is clear to you. Okay, by manipulating this denominator like this, x square by sin square x, by using trigonometric limits, you will get the answer. Okay, as answer is equal to, we will get it as 2. That is option C. Next, let's move to the next question, friends. Okay, so this is one of the questions which was asked previously also, 2023 means, which is solved in the previous class, and we spoke about limits using GIF. Okay, GIF or GINT, that is greatest integer function. So if r tends to 0 to infinity, that is it is lying between 0 and infinity, be strictly increasing function such that limit f of x by f of x, f of 7x by f of x is equal to 1, then the value of this limit they are asking. So they are telling strictly increasing. They are telling what, friends? They are telling strictly increasing. So strictly increasing means the meaning is x is there, f of 5x is there, 7x is there. So their relation will be like this: x will be less than 5x and 5x will be less than 7x. Okay, 5x will be less than 7x. So similarly, f of x will be less than f of 5x minus f of 7x. Okay, f of 7x will be less than f of 7x. Right. Now, if I divide whole throughout by f of x, what I'll get? I'll get it as f of x divided by f of x. Just I have to divide this. If I divide by f of x, okay, if I divide by f of x. For all this, I'll apply limit as x tends to infinity. Limit as x tends to infinity. Here also limit as x tends to infinity. I'm writing it above so that this is also applied. So this is limit as x tends to infinity. Okay, so what will happen? F of x by f of x will cancel. This I'll get the answer as 1. Limit f of 7x by f of x as x tends to infinity, they have given the answer as equal to 1. So this answer will be also equal to 1. So this f of 5x by f of x is sandwiched between this function and this function. So by using sandwich theorem, what will happen, friends? This answer will also get it as, we will also get it as 1. So this we will get it as 1. So f of 5x by f of x will be equal to 1. So this value will be equal to 1. This one will be equal to 1. 1 minus 1. So this is what? This will get it as 1 minus 1. Okay, that will get it as 0. 1 minus 1, that will get it as 0. That is option A. Okay, that is option A. Very simple question. If you know strictly increasing function, its properties, you will be able to solve this question, friends. Right? We will solve similar question in the previous session. Right? So that's why it is the what major strategy of every student that should be to solve the PYQs, because PYQs repeat itself in direct form or indirect form. Okay, the concepts will be helpful in solving many questions that come up in the examination. That's why PYQs are highly important. That's why we take up a lot of PYQs in our sessions. Right, friends, let us move to the next question. Okay, looking at this, it's a seemingly difficult question, but it's very simple actually. Okay, so let us rearrange this. They have given limit as x tends to pi by 2. Okay, 1 by x minus pi by 2 square, x cube x to the power pi by 2 cos t to the power of 1 by 3 dt is equal to what? By looking at this, one thing I am getting to know is, one thing I am getting to know is, here we have to apply LH rule plus or Leibniz formula. LH rule plus Leibniz formula. Okay. So before applying that, let us rearrange this. So this I can write it as what, friends? So this I can write as what? I can write this as x cube pi by 2 into cos t to the power of 1 by 3 dt divided by, what is this? 1 by x minus pi by 2 whole square, that I can write it as x minus pi by 2 whole square, x minus pi by 2 whole square. Just a minute, excuse me. So this will be what? 1 by x minus pi by 2 whole square. 1 by x minus pi by 2 whole square. I have written it like this. Now let me apply Leibniz formula for the numerator. What will happen if I apply to numerator Leibniz formula? Leibniz formula for this numerator. What will happen? This pi by 2 will come here. Okay, cos pi by 2 to the power of 1 by 3, and derivative of pi by 2 is nothing but 0. Derivative of pi by 2 is nothing but 0, minus, if I apply x cube here, it will become cos x, because x cube into to the power of 1 by 3 is 3 cancels, it will become cos x. This will become cos x, and derivative of x cube is nothing but 3x square. Derivative of x cube is 3x square divided by, if I apply LH rule for this one, I will apply LH rule for the denominator. So this will become what? 2 into x minus pi by 2. 2 into x minus pi by 2. Okay. Now continuing with this. So here it is limit as x tends to pi by 2. Limit as x tends to pi by 2. No need to write it every time, but we know that x tends to pi by 2, because we are not solving board questions, we are solving JEE Mains question. No need to carry it everywhere. So no need to carry this limit everywhere. It is understood that we are solving the limits. So this will become 0. This I can take it as what? If I take 3 outside, this will become minus 3 into limit as x tends to pi by 2. X tends to pi by 2. If I apply LH rule again, so this will be what? Cos x into x square will be there. So I should do what? I should apply product rule. So this will become cos x into x square. Cos x into x square, if I apply LH rule, it will be minus cos x into 2x. Okay, minus cos x into 2x into minus will become plus. Why? Because x square I will keep it as it is, and derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So minus into minus will become plus. So x square sin x divided by this. If I apply LH rule, okay, if I apply LH rule, because otherwise it will become what? 0 by 0 form. Okay, so again if I apply LH rule, 2 into x minus pi by 2, so 2 into x is derivative is 2 itself. Okay, 2 into pi by 2 is 0, because pi by 2 is constant, the derivative of that will be 0. So this you are left with. Now if I apply pi by 2, cos pi by 2 is what, friends? Cos pi by 2 is nothing but 0. So this entire thing, because this cos pi by 2 will be 0, this entire thing will become 0. So I am left with what? So I am left with here, let me write it here. So I am left with what, friends? I am left with x square sin x. X square sin x is what? X is nothing but pi by 2. Okay, pi by 2, this 2 I will take it outside, minus 3 by 2 into x square is what? Pi by 2 square, that is pi square by 4. Okay, pi by 2 square I can write it as pi square by 4. Sin pi by 2 is what? Sin pi by 2 is nothing but 1. Okay, so this is what, friends? This is what? So this is minus, actually here this is minus cos x into this thing. Okay, again it is plus. Okay, again it is not minus, it is plus. So this will become, just a minute, this will become just a minute, cos x. Okay, x square will remain as it is. Derivative of cos x is sin x, minus will be there. Okay, this will become minus. Okay, this will become minus x square into sin x. So this will become minus pi square, minus 3 by 2 pi square by 4, minus 3 by 2 pi square by 4, that is nothing but what? Minus into minus will be plus. So 3 pi square by 4 to the 8. So 3 pi square by 8, that is option. 3 pi square by 8 is where? 3 pi square by 8, that is option A. So this is how you solve the question, very simple question. Got it, friends? 3 pi square by 8 is the answer. This is asked in JEE Main 2024. Okay, 3 pi square by 8 is the answer for this question. So let us solve next question, friends. I hope it is clear. Let us solve next question. It is fairly simple question. Previous one, this is also simple. Let us solve it in the next question if you want. Let us go to 2025 questions. odd function, even function. After doing the concept, we will do it, or in the next session. So let us solve any 25 questions. So they were given 2x square minus 3x plus 5, 3x square plus 5x by plus 4 into this is 3x minus 1 to the power of x by 2, square root of 3x plus 2 to the power of x. Okay, so x by 2 is nothing but what? Inside x will come, this will also be square root, this is also square root. So whatever square root is there, let us write together, is equal to what? So I can rearrange this as what? 2x square minus 3x plus 5 divided by 3x square plus 5x plus 4. Okay, this one, and this will be what? 3x minus 1 to the power of x by 2, and this is what, friends? This also I can write it as 3x plus 2 x to the power of x by 2. This also I can write as to the power of x by 2. So instead of writing 3x minus 1 to the power of x by 2 and 3x divided by 3x plus 2 to the power of x by 2, I can write it as whole. Okay, I can write the bracket for this whole thing. Okay, I can write the bracket for this whole thing. So this whole thing I can write it as what, friends? This whole thing I can write it as 3x minus 1 by 3x plus 2 to the power of x by 2, to the power of x by 2. Now it is limit extends to infinity, correct? No. So this is what? This entire thing, this entire thing is of the form infinity by infinity. So see here, friends, the power of numerator is what? The power of numerator is 2, and the power of denominator is what? It is 2. So when power of numerator and denominator are same, I told you, okay, in the concept class I told you, it is if m is equal to n, that is power of numerator is m and power of denominator is n. If m is equal to n, then what will happen? The answer will be what? The limit value. The answer will be what? The coefficient of highest power of numerator divided by coefficient of highest power of denominator. Here coefficient of x square is 2, here coefficient of x square is 3. So this will be what, friends? This will be 2 by 3. 2 by 3 I will take it outside. This will be limit as x tends to infinity. This will be what? 3x minus 1 by 3x plus 2 to the power of x by 2. To the power of x by 2. Now let us look at this. So this will be what? This will be 3 into infinity minus 1 by 3 into, okay. So to the power of infinity by 2, to the power of infinity by 2. So this is what, friends? This is of the form 3x minus 1 by 3x plus 2. So if I apply infinity, this is of the form 1 to the power of infinity form. What I am saying this is of 1 to the power of infinity. Okay, this is of the form 1 to the power of infinity. So 1 to the power of infinity, we learned that there is a property called what? That is tree monkey property. Tree monkey property. Okay, tree monkey property means what? Tree monkey property, in that what we will do? We will bring the monkey down, and from the branch we will, from the tree we will remove one branch. So if we will bring this down, so this will become what? This 2 by 3 will remain outside, and e to the power of, this will become e to the power of. So this will become e to the power of limit as extends to infinity. Limit as extends to infinity. This monkey will come down, and this will be 3x minus 1 by 3x plus 2 minus 1. 3x plus 2 minus 1. This entire thing minus 1. Now if I take LCM, what will happen? 2 by 3. I can write it here itself. Let me write one extra step, no problem. So limit as extends to infinity, okay, into x by 2 into 3x minus 3x minus 2, minus 3x minus 2, 3x will cancel. Okay, 3x will cancel. Minus 1 minus 2, minus 1 minus 2, this will be minus 3. Okay, this will be what? Minus 3. 3x minus 1 minus 3x minus 2. Minus 3x minus 2, this will be 3 minus plus 3x minus 3x will cancel. Minus 1 minus 2 will be minus 3 divided by 3x plus 2. 3x plus 2. So this I can rearrange it as what, friends? This I can rearrange it as what? Instead of writing x here, I can write it as 1 by 2. This x I can send it inside. So this will become minus 3x. For your understanding. Now again, this is of what? X extends to infinity. This is of what form? Infinity by infinity form. This is of what form? Infinity by infinity form. Here the power of numerator is what? The power of numerator is 1. The power of numerator is minus 3x. The power of numerator is 1, and the power of denominator is also 1. So that is m is equal to n. So the answer to this limit is what? Highest power of numerator, coefficient of highest power of numerator divided by coefficient of highest power of denominator. So here coefficient of x is what? Minus 3. Here coefficient of x is what? 3. So this will become what? 2 by 3 into e power 1 by 2 into e power 1 by 2 into minus 3 by 3. So this I can cancel, 3 I can cancel. So I will be left with what? 2 by 3 into e power minus 1 by 2. 2 by 3 into e power minus 1 by 2, that is nothing but what, friends? That is nothing but 2 by 3 into e power root 1 by root e. Okay, or one more step I can write, this is nothing but 1 by e power 1 by 2. If I bring this down, it will become positive, that is nothing but 2 by 3 into 1 by root e. E power 1 by 2 is nothing but root e. 2 by 3 root e. 2 by 3 root e, where is the option? 2 by 3 root e. It is not 2 by square root of 3 into e. Be careful, it is 2 by 3 root e. 2 by 3 root e is where? Which option? That is 2 by 3 root e. It is in option D. It is in option D. Okay, very simple question. First we use infinity by infinity rule, then we use tree monkey property, and again we use infinity by infinity rule to get the answer. Okay, that's why that is infinity by infinity rule, that is indeterminate form. It is very, if you know this trick, it is very simple question to solve. Okay, then 1 to the power of infinity, that is tree monkey property, that is also very useful. So we applied infinity by infinity form 2 times and 1 to the power of infinity form, that is tree monkey property once, to get the answer. Is it clear, friends? Let us move to the next question, that is JEE Main 2025 question. Okay, let us move to the next question. Look at this. They have given cosec x into this thing. So I told you, whenever square root is there, wherever possible you can use binomial approximation, but here let us do what? Square root is there means let us use rationalization. Okay, let us use rationalization. So how to rationalize this? So when I rationalize this, I have to multiply this and this with plus sign in between. So I will get it as what? So a minus b into a plus b, I will get it as a square minus b square. So here a square minus b square means this square root will go out, and denominator I will get this same thing with plus sign. Okay, so this will become what, friends? This will become limit as x tends to 0. Cosec x, I can write it as what? 1 by sin x. This will be what, friends? This will be 2 cos square x plus 3 cos x. Okay, minus 3 cos x. Let me write bracket here. Okay, minus this is what? 2 cos square x minus this is what? Cos square x plus sin x plus 4, right? That is a square minus b square. We got it. Square root is removed. Now this divided by this is sin x. Entire sin x will be for this whole thing. This divided by what is this? This will be plus. So square root of 2 cos square x plus 3 cos x square root of plus square root of cos square x plus sin x plus 4. Okay, limit as x tends to 0. Now wherever I can apply 0 and get the value, I will not take the load of it. Okay, what I can do here, friends? So cos square 0 is 1, 3 cos square 0 is 1, 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, here minus cos square 0 is 1. Okay, cos square 0 is 1. Okay, so this will be what? A square minus b square. So sin 0 is 0. So 4 plus 1 5. Okay, 4 plus 1 5. Here also 2 plus 1, 2 plus 3 5. Okay, 2 plus 3 5. So let me see. Here it will become 0 minus 0. Let me not use this here. So but I can apply, definitely I can apply in the denominator. So here it will become what? Here it will become 2. Here it will become 3. So it will be 2 square root of 2 plus root 3. This is square root of 2 plus, this will be 1 plus 4. This will become what, friends? This will be 1 plus 4. If I apply 0, this will be 1 plus 4 square root of, so this will be what? Square root of 5 plus square root of 5. This denominator, this I will get it as what? 2 times square root of 5. Correct now? I will get it as 2 times square root of 5. So this denominator I can eliminate. So this will become what, friends? So this will become 1 by 2 times square root of 5. So this will be 1 by 2 times square root of 5. So next thing what I can do it is 1 by 2 times square root of 5, limit as x tends to 0, as x tends to 0, whatever is in the numerator I'll write it as it is. So here we have already got the value, so when it is pretty obvious we need not take the load till the end. Okay, whatever I can substitute it here, I can do it here itself and need not take it till the end. Okay, so this value I'll take it, this value I'll take it, so this will become what, 2 cos square x plus 3 cos x. So this will become 2 cos square x plus 3 cos x plus what is left, plus 3 cos x minus cos square x plus sin x plus 4, minus cos square x plus sin x plus 4. And one more thing you should not forget, there is 1 by sin x, there is 1 by sin x, let us write as it is, 1 by sin x, let us write as it is. Okay, limit as x tends to 0, 1 by sin x is there. Okay, 1 by sin x is there. Now what you can do, 1 by sin x is there, if I apply 0, what will happen, it will become sin 0, so entire thing will become 0. This is 0 minus 0, you will get it. So what I can do, this is of the form 0 by 0 form, this is of the form 0 by 0 form. When it is 0 by 0 form, we know that we will bring or we will take the help of our best friend, that is what, that is LH rule. We will take the help of LH rule, so I can differentiate numerator and denominator. So this will become what, friends, 1 by 2 root 5 into, if I differentiate this, this is what, this is 2 2s are 4 cos x, okay, and derivative of cos is what, minus sin x, plus here 3 cos x is there. If I differentiate that, what I'll get, I'll get it as minus 3 sin x. I'll write 3 here, no problem, I can write 3 there also, not a problem. So next thing, what I'll get here, this within the bracket, and then derivative of cos square x, derivative of cos square x is what, it is again 2 cos x into derivative of cos x is minus sin x, right. Next, what is derivative of sin x, derivative of sin x is cos x, so this will be cos x, and derivative of 4, since it is constant, it is 0, got it. Now what is derivative of this denominator, denominator is what, we are having sin x, derivative of sin x is cos x. Now I'll apply limit as x tends to 0, right. So I'll put the value of 0, so what will happen, here sin 0 is there, so this entire thing will become 0, this entire thing will become 0, here also sin is there, so this entire thing will become 0, correct, no, this entire thing will become 0, so here also sin is there, so this entire thing will become 0, correct, no, this entire thing will become 0, here cos 0 means 1, okay, but here it is minus 1, here it is cos 0 means it is 1, cos 0 means it is 1, so minus 1 by 1, so we will get it as 1 by 2 root 5, 1 by 2 root 5 into minus 1 by 1, so what is the answer, it is nothing but minus 1 by 2 root 5, we will get it as minus 1 by 2 root 5, so which is the option, so which is the option 5, which is the option, friends, so it is minus 1 by 2 root 5, that is option C, minus 1 by 2 root 5, that is option C. Is it clear, friends? Option C is minus 1 by 2 root 5. It's a very simple question, just we have to use rationalization and then we will use LH rule, got it. So this was asked in JEE Main 2025. Next question, let us move to the next question. So they are telling, if limit x tends to infinity, e by 1 minus e into 1 by e minus x by 1 plus x whole to the power of x is equal to alpha, then the alpha, this is alpha or whatever it is, then the value of log a by e plus 1 plus log a by e equals, maybe it is alpha, okay, whatever it is equal to what. First of all, x tends to infinity they have given, first we have to check whether it is infinity by infinity form or 1 to the power of infinity form. Now for checking, let us check now, first let us check, I am not solving this, first let us check, okay, if I take LCM, I will get this as 1 plus x minus ex divided by e into 1 plus x, okay, here what I have, e into 1 minus e, okay, so this e cancels, so I will be left with what, friends, I will be left with to the power of x, okay, this if I further simplify, what I will get, I will get it as 1 plus x minus ex by 1 minus e into 1 plus x to the power of x, Okay, now directly I cannot apply infinity, so let me separate and divide it. Let me separate this and divide. Let me separate this and divide. What I'll get it as what, friends? I'll get here as 1 plus x by 1 minus e into 1 plus x minus, what is left? Minus ex by 1 minus e into 1 plus x to the power of x. Okay, 1 plus x cancels. So what will be left? So 1 by 1 minus e. If I apply infinity, 1 by infinity is nothing but what? 1 by infinity, this value will become what? This value will become 0. Okay, so this will be what? Ex, 1 e into x, that is e into infinity by 1 plus x. So this whole thing 1 minus infinity, this will be what? This will become e into infinity by 1 minus e. So this will become what, friend? This will become nothing but equal to 1. Okay, 0 minus, so this will be x is what? X is infinity. So this will become 1 to the power of infinity form. This will become 1 to the power of infinity form. So definitely we got it as 1 to the power of infinity form. If we get 1 to the power of infinity form, what is that we have to apply? We have to apply our tree monkey property. Okay, we have to apply our tree monkey property. So to apply tree monkey property, so I will take it from here. Let me take it from here. Now I am solving. Okay, this is the solution. Now I am solving. So if I apply tree monkey property here, what will happen? X will come down. This entire thing I have to subtract by minus 1. So that monkey will come down from the tree. I have to remove one branch. So this will become what? This will become x into e power limit as x tends to infinity, x into what is it? It is nothing but 1 plus x minus ex by 1 minus e into 1 plus x, this entire thing minus 1, okay, this is what we have. So now see here, friends, 1 plus x minus ex minus, this is what we have. Now e power limit as x tends to infinity, 1 plus x minus ex. So here I have to multiply with 1 minus ex into 1 minus e into 1 plus x. So let me write it. So let me write x as it is. So this will be what? 1 plus x minus ex. So this will be what? If I multiply, this will be what? Minus of 1 into 1 plus x. 1 into 1 plus x is what? Minus is there. So this will become minus 1 minus x. Okay. Next what I have? I have minus. So minus into minus is plus c. So e into 1 is plus c. E into x is what? Minus into minus it became plus. E into x is ex. Now I have what? Denominator I have 1 minus e into 1 plus x. 1 minus e into 1 plus x. 1 minus e nothing but it is just constant. Okay, what will happen? Minus ex, here I have plus ex. So minus and plus I can cancel. Okay, what do I have? I have here plus 1 minus 1. So I can cancel. Plus 1 minus 1 I can cancel. I am left with what I have? Plus x minus x. I am left with plus x minus x. I can cancel. I am left with what? E and 1 plus x. E by 1 plus x into 1 minus x. Here I have x. Here I have what? X. So finally I am left with, let me take it in the next sheet. I am left with what? I am left with what? E power limit as x tends to infinity. What is the constant value I have? I have e by 1 minus e into I have x and divided by what? I have e by 1 minus e is nothing but constant. See here, friends, this is constant. E by 1 minus e is constant. This multiplied by 1 plus x is there. So I can write 1 plus x as it is here. 1 plus x I can write as it is here. So in the previous one we have applied 1 to the power of infinity. That is what we applied, tree monkey property. In tree monkey property, what will happen? The monkey will come down from the tree. You will remove one branch. That is what we applied. Now if you apply infinity here, this is what? Infinity by infinity form. This is what? Infinity by infinity form. Correct na? This is infinity by infinity form. When it is infinity by infinity form, we know the trick. That is what? We have to look at the power of the numerator and power of the denominator. Here the power of numerator is what? Here the power of numerator is 1. Here the power of numerator is also, denominator is 1. So when the power of numerator and denominator are equal, what we should write? The answer will be the coefficient of highest power of numerator divided by coefficient of highest power of denominator. Here the coefficient of highest power of numerator is 1. Here also coefficient of highest power of denominator is 1. So this is 1 by 1. So this will get it as, we will get it as e power, the answer we will get it as e power 1 by 1 minus e, e power, this is nothing but 1. This value we will get it as 1 because by infinity form we will get it as e power e to the power of e by 1 minus e, we get it. Okay, this value is nothing but what? This value is nothing but equal to alpha. This value is nothing but what? This value is nothing but equal to alpha. Alpha is equal to this much. Okay, alpha is equal to this much. If I apply log alpha, what will happen? Log alpha will be equal to e by 1 minus e into log e to the base e. But we know that log e to the base e is what? This value is equal to what? This value is equal to 1. Okay, now what is the question that they are asking? They are asking the value of log a, log alpha to the base e by 1 plus log alpha. Log alpha to the base e by 1 plus log alpha. So what they are asking, friends? Now they are asking this log alpha to the base e divided by 1 plus log alpha to the base e. So let us put the values. Just we have to put the values, no need to find the limits. Log alpha to the base e is what? E by 1 minus c. So this is e by 1 minus c divided by what? 1 plus log alpha to the base e, that is 1 plus e by 1 minus c. So this will become what, friends? If I take LCM, this will become equal to e by 1 minus c, okay, divided by e by 1 minus c, e by 1 minus c divided by 1 minus c will go there. So 1 minus e plus e divided by 1 minus e. So plus c minus c cancels, 1 minus e cancels. So I will be left with what? Only e. I will be left with what? Only e. Got it? So I will be left with only e. So the answer is what? The answer is the one which is having option of having only e. That is option A. It is having only option, that is e. Okay. So the answer to this question is e, that is having option A. That is present in option A. So got it, friends? So this is how you solve the question. This was asked in JEE Main 2025, that is first session. Okay. Alright, friends. Let us wind up now. Let's meet in the next session with some more questions of limits, or we will start with continuity. Okay, please stay tuned, subscribe and share with your friends. I hope you like the session. Fine. Thank you so much. Take care.